Yo, that's my bad. For some reason, my mic was switched on something else. But, anyways, I said what's up to everybody. Asked how you guys were doing. If you guys had a decent day. Um, long some MRVL. Hope it holds. I don't think I've ever even looked at that stock, to be honest. All right, looks like it's fixed there. That's my bad. But yeah, how'd everybody do today? AMD 30%, nice Michi. AMD was a banger this morning. That was a beautiful trade. I didn't catch 30% on it, but I got 21.8, I think. I got in right here at this 186.36 and got out at literally peak sell. I got 389 on the contracts. The contracts went to 390. So that was literally, it couldn't have been better. Hold on. Whoa. 520. Hold up. What happened with this? Oh wait, I had the 167.50s. That's my bad. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, contracts went to 390 on this. My sell fill was literally 389. That was a beautiful trade. I was done after that. You didn't call it out. That's my bad. That is my bad. We did all mention the exact levels we were looking at pre-market though. I mean, I don't signal in the chat anyways, so if you knew the levels and you were paying attention to it, you very easily could have caught that. Had meta today, nice criddle. All right, cool. Well, we are a few minutes into this here. We've got a decent amount of viewers joined up, so we will go ahead and get to business. It's our regular weekly charting session that we do on Wednesday night. Obviously, it's free. It's for everybody, so if you guys have any friends that are trying to get into it or anything like that, make sure you send them these lives. Make sure you send them the free Discord as well. And yeah, we're just going to go through the watch list from A to Z and go over what I like, what I don't like, and I guess what I don't like we're just not really going to talk about and just move on. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get it started. If you guys have any specific levels on a specific stock that you want me to take a look at, I'm more than happy to. Just make sure you drop it in the chat. Break even on the day. That's nice, George. I noticed a lot of people today, even if they weren't green on the day, at least they were pretty conservative on the red side. They were pretty close to either break even or just a very small red day. We've got a flat bottom here at 190.28 on Apple. This doesn't look bad. I'm just not a huge fan of trading Apple in the first place. So this is here for you guys that like trading Apple. I personally probably not going to take it unless there's no better setups than this, but 190.28, you got a flat bottom there on Apple. Can you talk about how you treat the volume study you have applied? Yes, I can. So basically the volume study just shows you the difference between buyers and sellers in each candle here. So this is on the 4-hour. Zoom into the 1 minute. So you can see here, basically on every candle, it'll show you the amount of buyers versus sellers in that candle. So that's pretty much all it is there. I like it. It's nice to visualize a little bit deeper into the volume sometimes. I mean, obviously the candle is going to show you whether it's more buyers or more sellers anyways, but it is nice to have that as the study too. Subtage. How much do you think your stop loss should be percent wise? We just say as a baseline for pretty much all beginners that 10% is a good baseline to have. Do I think that you should keep it there forever? No. But I do think that's a good training wheels area for you to have your stop loss at. So AMD here, I still like this. I'm going to get rid of these levels that we traded today, but I do still like this at 170. So that will be something I'm looking at for sure. It's 170 on AMD. I'll leave that marked. Nothing really on Amazon. We've got this downtrend channel here, but no levels to go along with it. ARM looks good at 118.90 there. It honestly looks pretty good at this level right here too, at 117.41. Could probably try and play that into that high, but that would be pretty early entry for ARM. It does look good though. What's up, Michelle? What are the arrows? It is the stock hours study. The stock hours algo. How do I set up the trailing stop loss? So that, I mean, that varies on what broker you have. If you just tell me what broker you have, then I can show you, or I can explain to you or show you or whatever. But that depends on what broker you have. What parameters do you guys use to repaint the candles? I don't know. That is the stock hours algo. You trade breakouts? Yes. What do you mostly play? Consolidation breakouts. I mean, consolidation breakouts, pattern breaks, just regular support and resistance breaks, everything like that. AMD looks like it's about to break upside out of a 4-hour wedge. Look at that real quick. Yeah. I mean, I think we already have kind of broken that. Gosh. This candle today, at the end of the day, broke that. So it is trying, but once we get to that level, we'll be clear from that trend anyways, so. I'm on TD. How do you use it on TOS? Okay. Yeah, I agree with what Criddle said. I think you're better off just using a mental stop and being disciplined enough to click the button. But if you're not, I don't execute on TD, so I'm just going to pretend that I am making an order here. Actually, yeah, right here. Okay, so how do I like fake make an order here? I guess I can go to the contracts and do it that way. So if you go down here, you go to your order, you have your order type. You can go right here and click trailing stop limit, or you can click trailing stop, and then you would just put your how far you want it to trail, and then you would just click confirm and send. And then you would want that to be a sell order. All right, moving back to the charting. We're at BA right now. BA I really don't like until we're up here at like 188.70. Baba, I don't like this stock. Don't like what it looks like either. Baidu, I'm gonna pass. Coin, 235.80 actually looked good on Coin. I'm not really interested on anything until we get to like 243 here. Possibly with enough strength, I would take this high at 238.77 into the 240 break, but that's gotta show me a lot of strength into that level. So I guess we can mark this here. Not the craziest trade in the world there, but we can mark it. Slightly green today, but didn't really like how I handled my trading. I made sure to journal what I didn't like, and hopefully I can look back and learn from those mistakes. Exactly, J-Sense. That's why we do what we do. Trading futures? No. What's up, Tariq? Is Weeble good to start with? I've never used Weeble, so I can't really speak much on it. I think if you, for some odd reason, absolutely have to use Weeble, it's doable. But I would definitely recommend starting with more of a, not that Weeble isn't an actual broker, but I would recommend starting with an actual broker like POS or E-Trade or something like that. All the like phone app brokers, I would personally just stick away from. Options, yes. You chart AMD, Trevor, I just did. Talk about how the NVIDIA contracts are going to move. I could not tell you exactly how they're going to move, but they're doing a 1 to 10 split. I would assume that they are... Man, I hope they don't ruin that stock. Because that's going to make it cheaper than pretty much everything in my watch list, to be honest. That's disrespectful. I would assume that the contracts are going to be, at that point, something like Apple or Tesla, possibly. Okay, anyways, back to what we were doing here. Moving on to Costco. Nothing that I love on that. Disney, we're in this consolidation between like 104 and 101.40. It's mainly, honestly, it's mainly between 102.52 and 104, but the actual technical low of this is 101.40. But nothing on there that I'm a huge fan of for Thursday, Friday. When is the split? It said 6/10, so June 10th. Meta. Really don't love anything on Meta either. I didn't like a whole lot this morning when I was looking either. The only thing that stood out to me was AMD. Other than that, I really didn't like anything. Like the video for good luck tomorrow. Exactly. Listen to him. Like the video for good luck tomorrow. Microsoft at 432.97, basically 433. That looks nice. We held this zone today too, so that's cool. $432.97. Yeah, I like that. I would probably honestly look for an entry around 432.40 right here. Looks nice. That is getting marked. I don't know why I have BA marked still, to be honest. BA is getting unmarked. Microsoft. I like MU. I still like MU. I would try MU at this high, but I don't think I would touch it before that. I don't think I would touch it at 130 again. We'll just have to see there. I'm gonna change this just so I know that it's a level we've already broken. MU can stay marked. Netflix. I think I'm good on that. We could be forming like a head and shoulders pattern here though, around 630, 420. But that's gonna take a minute. NVIDIA on track. I mean, I would try it at this high. I don't know that this hasn't had enough time after earnings to show me another like decent level to try. I feel like we're gonna break out of this like super tight consolidation before the market opens. Or I would say even like 10-10 looks good to the upside. Then and what is that? 10-14-80. Then 10-23-44. And then let's see, do I like anything to the downside on this? Honestly, this consolidation right here between 998 and 1010 looks good to either direction to me. I like it either way, upside or downside. I would prefer upside, but downside could be a pretty quick, easy scalp. What do you recommend a platform if we are in Europe and Charles Schwab is making it hard for international accounts and Interactive Brokers is quite hard to use? I was going to recommend Interactive Brokers. I personally think Interactive is easier to use than Thinkorswim, but that's user preference, I guess. I like Interactive. I don't use the charts on there. I use the charts on TOS, obviously, but you can use the charts on TradingView and use the execution through Interactive and be just perfectly fine. Are you a full-time trader? Yes, I am. Full-time trader. What strategy works best for you? Exactly what we do. Scalping breakouts and breakdowns with options on large cap stocks. That is basically the whole strategy there. What did you like about AMD this morning? Tariq, I will show you once we get done with all this. Just remind me that you asked that, please. What's up, Jordy? How long did it take you to become profitable? Like a year and a half to 2 years almost. Actually, not 2 years, but around a year and a half. I don't know why I still have this marked. I could probably take this whole stock off my watch list, to be honest. How long have you been trading? So, doing what I'm doing now, I've been doing it for actually, hold on, I can tell you exactly. I've been doing it for about 3.5 years. Trading how I trade now. Overall, when I originally got into the markets and started learning, and dabbled in a couple different types of trading. Actually, not a couple, just a different type of trading. From when I first started learning to now, it's been around 8 to 8.5 years. Let's see. PayPal. I don't know why I'm looking at this chart right now when there's nothing for it to show me. Roku. Looks messy around this area. I mean, this looks like it's forming an H pattern here into this low, but this whole area is just gross. Shop. I know people were freaking out about shop today. Still really hasn't even broken out of that consolidation. It ended up closing back inside of it, so nothing there. Losing money and can only trade 4 times per week on TOS. Well, Michelle, I would recommend getting a hold of TOS and having them switch your account to a cash account. Because then you do not have to mess with the PDT rule anymore. You still do have a restriction, but it's not the same as the PDT rule. SMCI has actually been super nice to me lately. Unfortunately, there's not really anything on it right now to plan out. I mean, you could plan something out, but like overall as a planned trade, it would be like a C setup. So do you trade on a Roth IRA? No, Sam. No, I do not. I trade on an individual account. Regular old brokerage account. Snow had earnings today. I didn't even realize they had earnings this week, to be honest. There's really nothing I would touch on that. It's looking like kind of a dry day right now. SPY is consolidating here around 180-day highs. Actually, SPX is consolidating around 180-day highs. But same thing. Same thing. Tesla. 178.14 would be okay to the downside for a scalp. And then what is this right here? 180.77, it looks like, would not be too bad to the upside. I'm going to go into lower time frames here just to confirm that that looks decent. 180.77. Honestly, 180 doesn't look too bad. 180.11 right here, and then 180.77. These are just like scalps though. These aren't really like, you're not looking for anything huge on these. And if you try to look for a huge move on these, most of the time you're going to get cooked. So you need to know what you're going into, like what kind of setup you're going into. I'm gonna mark these as orange just because I'm not gonna treat them the same as I would treat a regular. Actually, I'm not gonna treat them the same as I would treat a regular like long trade. What size of a move are you looking for a scalp? So a scalp can be different on every stock. So you've got to know how much the stock can realistically move on whatever type of setup you're playing. So like a 50-cent move is pretty realistic on Tesla. If you look here, I mean, this didn't even play out that well at this 181.26. So just on this little break right here, we got a 25-cent move. Let's see, something to the upside, where we got another move right here. So 178.75, we got a move to 179.20. So that's around that's almost a 50-cent move. So that's fairly common and fairly easy for Tesla to do. Like right here, 183.52 to 183.84. That's a 30-cent move. So you've just got to know what kind of setup you're trying to play and how much your stock usually moves on just quick little pops and dips like that. Could you check out AVGO 1425 when we get there? I can, Kevin. You like coin 240 break or nah? 240. Yeah, I have that. Eddie. I have that. AVGO. AVGO. Ooh, that looks good, actually. That looks really good. I will be adding that. Actually, let me check these contracts before I say that, because these contracts could be atrocious. All right. So the 1450s. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Volume is a bit lacking for what I would love to see, but that's not bad. I'll actually add that to the watch list. Geo, I'll mark that. Oh, it has. When does it have earnings? Oh, they're putting that out way early. What you're showing, would that be a play you take or just showing an example? I'm just showing an example, June. You trade 0 DTE. Yeah, when we get to 0 DTE. So like every Friday I'm playing 0 DTEs. If I'm playing SPY or SPX, 99.9% of the time I'm playing 0 DTEs. Even if somebody, like if Maki signals and he's playing the next days, I'll usually still play the same days and I'll just go in the money. It is a bit riskier, but I understand what I'm doing. I understand that I'm being more risky with it. On this breakout / breakdowns kind of makes sense, but I'm not 100% sure that's how you would do it, or if it's a valid strat. No, June, just the new lows and the new highs I was just using as an example. I would not recommend just taking new low after new low or new high after new high. Yeah, I agree about NVIDIA. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go through and make the watch list. I'm gonna go through real quick and check and see if there's anything that I don't mind just getting rid of off of the watch. I like AVGO, so that's gonna stay. Sure. Coin is gonna stay. Microsoft. That'll stay. That'll probably be. We'll see. Hold on. Okay, so MU is gonna be a side watch. NVIDIA. Dang, there's a lot. Tesla's gonna be a side watch probably, but Tesla almost always goes from a side watch to a main watch. So we'll see. Man, I knew that was coming there. Alright. As far as main watch goes, what'd I say? AVGO is gonna be up there for sure. Appreciate that, Jobson. How did you learn how to chart so fast? Steve, because I do it every single day and every single night. And it just comes to be one of those things that you get used to seeing all the stuff. And honestly, this charting session, if I wasn't doing it for you guys, I would have been done 20 minutes ago. So I drag out the charting session whenever I'm on the lives, just so you guys can get an understanding for what I'm looking at, and so you guys have time to ask questions, because I'd be done before you guys even got started. See, let's check the trends on here. Is none, okay. $14.35. Okay. Actually, is that the all-time high on this? I want to check before I... Okay, it is. Where's separate trade at the all-time high, 1445. Okay. Perfect. There, sorry. How did you learn when you first started? By watching why other people had their levels where they had them, if that makes sense, Steve. So like when I would see Norris send a level, or when I would see any of the other interns or managers send a level, I would look at it and try and figure out where did they get it from, why was it from there, then kind of take the puzzle pieces and put them together there. It made it a lot easier whenever I figured out that I could like dumb it down in my own head, because I was honestly making it way harder than it is. Like charting is the easiest part of trading. Finding levels is the easiest part. Just a question about entries. I do love flat tops. Those are setups that I execute personally the best. A 433 level there on Microsoft. Is it higher risk entry to play the high from today into 433? Kevin, I will get to that in 1 second here. I want to get coin written down, and then we can talk about that when we get there. Um, what would your entry be on AVGO? I wrote it down, June. My entry would be 1425.35. So I'd set my alert a bit before 1425. So realistically, I'd probably be clicking buy at like 1424.80 on the ask. Should we trade the stocks that move with the market? I would definitely say that trading stocks that are correlated with the overall market is helpful. What's the hardest part in your opinion? Um, the hardest part of trading would be the execution and the discipline. And discipline is kind of just a broad spectrum there, but the discipline to stay consistent and follow everything that you need to follow every single day forever. That would be the hardest part. Yes, June it is. What is the name of the volume study? I can send it in the stocks chat after the lesson. Just make sure you tag me or at me or something. When you chart, what time frames do you look at? I look at all of these. Mainly, since I chart these every day, I don't need to look at the yearly every single day. I don't need to look at the 3 year every single day. So I'll I'll always start from the 4 hour and work my way down to the 1 minute. Do you do one-on-one sessions? Jeff, I do. I do. Okay, Microsoft. See here. I'm looking at 432.41 into the 4. I'm gonna write out what I would plan to do exactly on this trade. Plan would be the writing down the levels is plan enough for you guys to piece together your own plan based on your personal risk management and all of that. But I'm gonna put down exactly what I would do on this in this specific scenario right here, just because of how close the levels are together. To take actually, I take that back. I don't need to get that far into it. All right. Okay. I don't think I love MU that much, but I am going to throw that in the side watch. MU, looking at 131.02. Is that all-time highs? I think it is. Yep. Available, there we go. Yep. Okay, that is all-time highs. And then NVIDIA. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna catch up with the chat here. So whenever you write looking at 130 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 55. That's your entry, a couple cents before, depending on the stock. Yes, June. Whenever I write down the levels are what I'm looking at for my entry. So looking at this, that means I want to be in the stock right here. So if we have a lot of momentum going into it, I'll have to get in, a couple cents before. In the case of a $1,400 stock, it's probably going to be 20 cents before. On Tesla, I'll set my alert 5 cents before and look to be in there. So like on this, I would be looking to be in, well, since it's right above like a whole number like this, I'll probably look to be in at 180. But say we're looking at this right here at 180.77. I would be looking to click buy around 180.73 to 180.74 if we have momentum going into that. If we're just grinding all the way up there, then no, I'm not going to take my entry there. But if we have momentum going into that level, I'm going to be buying with that momentum that is breaking us through that level. All right, NVIDIA up next here. This is a lot. Watching 1010 for a okay, cool. Another NVIDIA. Looking at 998. I don't need that there. Momentum to the downside at 1,000. Taking us through the Do I need to include this taking profits based off of momentum into the trade ideas, or do you guys understand that when I'm looking for a trade, no matter what my target is, if I can tell that momentum is dying out, I'm gonna take my profits? Do you think I should leave that in, or do you think I should take that out? What's gonna make it easier for you? You always chart the day before, or will 30 minutes before market open be fine? Christian, um, I prefer charting in the morning, but I will look the night before just to see where everything's at and like where everything ended. But my main charting and the majority of my ideas that I'm mainly focused on come from me going back over these ideas in the morning and seeing what levels do I need to update, what levels are invalid now because they've already broken or they're too far away for me to even pay attention to, stuff like that. Trading on the downside, should I be looking at the ask more than the bid and vice versa? Are you watching the volume at the bottom of your TOS chart as well as bid and ask on level 2? Do you want to see the ask progressively go up? June, so you're mixing two things right now. Yes, I do look at the volume at the bottom of the chart, but when I'm looking at level 2 and I'm playing something to the downside, I'm going to be wanting to see the bid drop. I'm also going to want to be seeing the ask continue to push down. I don't need just passive buyers, I need aggressive sellers as well. What do you do if momentum slows down? What makes you stay in? What would show you an indication that momentum will continue and hasn't died? What if it slows down but carries on after a little bit? So momentum, over a big move, momentum will die out and then pick back up again. But what I don't want to see is a shift of momentum. So if I see momentum shifting against me, or if I see, the overall market has taken a drastic turn, Nvidia, for example, is showing us signs that it's about to do the same, then I'll just get out of my trade. But yeah. Okay. So that, and then Tesla is the only other one I have here, and this is going to be, I'm going to put this in the side watch section. We've got some upside plays and some downside plays here, so Tesla, looking at 180 into 1. I did not need to go out to the 1 year there. Ooh, that actually lines up back here too. Hmm. Seven, 6. Sorry, I'm seeing new things with these levels right here. 77.96. And we've got 77. Oh my. 77. All right. Um, Michelle, this is Keith, but I appreciate it. No problem. Unless Christian sent something in the chat, he may have. Very well could have. Let's see here. All right. These are all of the ideas right here. So if you guys are not in stock hours, make sure you take a screenshot and save these and check on them tomorrow morning, see where they're at, see if anything is still valid for you to take. Some of these levels might be broken, hopefully not. But yeah, so if you're not in stock hours, make sure you take your screenshot right here while it's up. If you are in stock hours, I'll send it in the lessons tab and I'll send it in the stocks chat. Also, if you're not in stock hours and it's a Wednesday right now, make sure you join the free Wednesday in the description right here. It's the first link. Get your free Wednesday access, and you'll have access every single Wednesday to our pre-market review, live trading, our lesson that we have here every Wednesday night, and then the course week lesson that you'll have 1 week of the month. But yeah. All right, well, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys sticking around, and we will talk to you in the morning. Okay, hold on. Michi said check TSM. I gotta do this real quick. Coming in late with the... Oh, Michi, what do you want me to do with this, brother? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, whoa. Yeah, no. Yeah, what do you want me to do with this, Michi? It looks like it already broke everything that we need it to hold. Fix Tesla 181.11. What do you mean? I have 180.11 and I have 181.11. I have them both. Right here. 180 into 11. Guess that'd be better to... Yeah, alright. Michi, I did. It's correct, I promise you. I meant to write it that way. Alright, I appreciate you guys. We will see you in the morning. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.